okay? And, yeah, read the bit outside. I've got to warn you, that's what I said in the titles. There are spoiler warnings, okay? Each decision has a repercussion. So, if you fancy, you can jump in the comments and help me make decisions. It could be pretty awesome. But anyway, let's go. First time playing it, let me know.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Who are we? We're this guy, or we're this guy? I'll go for this one. Oh, it's just it's a character creator, okay.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Wait, what do you remember? What do you think? The reception to a covert mission? I'm never from the law.
Really? You know what? Don't answer that. I don't think I want to know.
Yeah, give you.
Oh, come on. In your state, I could drop you on your butt and drag you right back into that river if I wanted to. Look, you've just been through a trauma, so I'm gonna forget you said that. But you owe me, and I need a favor. There are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him? If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please? Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know?
Hey, what do you want to know? What's our story? Who is Al? Where are we? What can you tell me about the ruins? Have you tried calling for help? What do you want to know? That's story. Let's go with that. And that's 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean? Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
I'd really like to know, especially if I'm going to help you. Why don't you want to tell me? Never mind, I don't care that much. 3. Give me like 2. A bit longer because 1. I didn't really ask you for an opinion. And 0.
Look, if you really want to know all the tragic details, perhaps I can fill you in after you find Al?
That's it.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
Yeah, let's go for it. Nah, I'm good actually.
Thank you.
Oh,
The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please.
Ah!
Oh, and he
Double
left this
bounce
here.
me.
But I think you'll need it more than I will.
What's that? A torch. No, aye, as good as at the end. Aye. Okay. Where's the thing we're looking for? Oh, nice. We've got free mode. Let's go. So L3 to crouch. Do you like that? L3 to sprint. Yeah, here we go, circle to jump. Well, there's a flexible. Got some mountain climbing gear. These folk are going somewhere like that. Off we go. Open the hang then, man. Look, the zip's right there, bro. Disappointed. Genuinely quite disappointed.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except...
Yeah, that was water. Ho 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 ho! You bet your trouble.
Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation, or a warning. Al Worth.
Ah, I'm making the doors. Oh. We've got a blue. Then I also going to see what do you call it? Light on the light. On the light. You're looking awful. You're looking really quite shocked, mate. You alright? Oh, what? Check the shadow, though. We're very welcome to the jungle, okay? I'm liking it. Oh. Let's get ourselves going. Yeah, let's just try to get into it. I'm not going for collectibles. Let's just go. Yeah. Got rid of the statues later on. Let's go. Wee-ha! Alright. You guys brought us something, pal? Oh, I'm over it. Oh, another void they killed off. Mate, we're here to see you.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. In here, there are only two options. Death, and that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. And find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Can you see? That's pretty cool. We've got that temple. Very nice. Oh, check this, mate. Ooh! This is where Batman and Shaggy and Scooby-Doo met. It's in multiverses. I don't want to enter photo mode, mate. Just because your loading takes a bit of a while. On the drastically desperate to take a photo of the white screen. That's it. I can't do it. He just prayed to God that he was alright. Oh, so left to the left, last side to the right, here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Sounds like it's going to be our game, folks. Right. We're in the path. Oh, it's under the... Oh, that was the guy that was praying. Check the temple. We've got it!
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Ah, don't let a lie straight off the bat. There's no need.
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange.
Oh,
I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine? Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So
What?
let me make this nice and simple.
This guy's
for
having
you.
a dig.
Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Yeah, you want a headbutt. Aye, what's your laws?
Not laws.
Yeah, these
Law.
mad looking
There's just one, the golden rule. And the punishment for
golden
breaking
rule.
it's... well, it's kind of horrific. But
I'm gonna
our
take me
magistrate
shower, pal.
insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
I'm not long way, mate. You said a bit. Your golden rules.
Look, you seem like you might need a little extra help, and I'd feel a lot more comfortable if I showed you the way.
Can I hit him with something? I know what I'm doing, man. Just get to fuck.
All right, friends,
Sorry for
suit yourself. Just don't do anything too reckless till you've spoken with Magistrate Sentius in his villa down there.
You think so?
See you around.
You think so, guys? I'm a Maverick, apparently. That's a trophy for Maverick. Whatever I've done there unlocks Maverick. Right, so that guy can just go and like run up a hill. Right.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh, what? Check this madness. That is super cool. Oh no, I haven't. Oh, the colour. Oh, I get you. I wasn't going to do that. What you gotta do? Yeah! Jump right. What you doing? Partner messed up. Oh, what? You died, man. Okay, so... do you go back into the shrine?
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius.
Oh,
mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina? I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius, and you're about to offer to take me to see Sentius, so he can tell me about this golden rule.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem.
Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Oh, did you? What is it? Alright, I can see I can use this.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably. Alright, see you around.
This boy just can't say goodbye. They've got way to try. Right, so we're going right across there. I'm kind of looking for a bigger rope, but there's no...
Oh!
Oh.
Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please. I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the Golden Rule. It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today. Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs.
That's a wall, by the way, not stairs. Oh, this guy looks important. So this is the game we're entering.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name? A curious name, to match a curious accent. But I digress. Something about your demeanor gives me the urge to caution you against doing anything, shall we say, unlawful while you're here. Is that understood?
Is that because robbed the boys?
Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago. Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure I believe that. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please,
not really.
Ask away.
Right, so what questions do you want to ask? I'm going to start with...
You mean you couldn't speak Latin before you arrived here? How strange. But the gods are active here, and their temples and shrines hum with power like nowhere else in the Empire. Perhaps when Proserpina brought you here, she planted the seed of Latin in your mind so that you could better serve her. Indeed. If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense? You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you? A pointless lie. Please, tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us, of this city?
Yeah.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it. Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the Golden Rule? Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Us future guys that can't speak Latin, so go and rob people's houses. Let's go.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Keep getting better. What about your house? Where's your house going up? Oh yeah, carpet.
Whatever are you wearing?
Citizen? Ah, you've returned. Do you have any news about your investigation? Ask then. You see, In my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal.
Oh, it's the same guy.
And the lie oil. Good. Thank you.
So that's nothing that,
Keep an eye out for something.
Hey, Horatius. How's it
like
feel
no
knowing your
repercussion
man's
Isn't the great temple majestic? A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We asked for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long. As you wish. See you again.
What was her name? Equita.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
I'll slap your mouth.
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Seleucia on Tigris, Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions, the 6th, the one they call Ironclads. If we have to. Whatever.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cubulatus Decius won't give it to me. It's too late. She just slipped away. No, now it's fine. I can't afford to wallow here, and I need the distraction. What's on your mind? She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of Silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
She's dead now.
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that Silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day, or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out.
Oof. That's dangerous shot.
Then you'd better get me that Silphium quickly, hadn't you?
Oh, really? Oh, ho, ho, check you. Where's our station?
May Apollo keep you safe.
Oh, Apollo from board. What am I sandal? So you can't break the law. I'm just letting Rossi's come use bread, man. Not even caring, bro. Hey, your nose pretty rubbish, mate. Oh, you're the boy causing some...
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it. Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius. Terrible shame what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we? You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Oh, go and short it down.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing through a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done. Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
Where is she?
Naturally, I dived in after it, hoping to salvage my fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
One. Right. Now, I want to know where this woman is, and we'll take a miseration.
Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune, because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here. Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us? Certainly.
Oh, seriously, where did you put this woman?
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk. Thank you, friend.
Okay.
Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
Yeah, price gauging over life-saving medicine. What is wrong with you? I don't have that.
Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget?
Where I steal from her?
Very well. Another time.
Well, he's rotting them both.
start making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death? I wish we could have met under better circumstances. Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
That bluff just makes it sound...
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know. Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the Great Temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina that fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm. Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Oh, what? I love the history. Come on, you're speaking
I'm
a
glad
lot,
you
bro.
asked. Some of these shrines, they're constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek. Well, yes, that could be the reason. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell. Of course. Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company. Okay. Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi. Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, or at least... I've never... Strange bunch. They insist there's only one God, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule. What? Really? I didn't expect that.
I've missed like 2 clues in that question.
It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused. Come back and let me know what you find.
Greetings and salutations. This part of my shop is off limits, even for you, my sartorial friend.
I'm sorry. I thought you called me Centaurian.
Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail? Then you are an explorer, like me. Wonderful. You must have many stories to share. I cannot wait to hear them. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps? My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
If anyone wants to ask anyone any questions, just leave a comment.
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself. I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and droning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy.
Oh, lovely.
Quite a lot of it, in fact.
Yeah,
now,
man.
I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming,
He's a friend.
then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa. Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am. Anything you like.
Yeah. Oh, the gold.
Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate. Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth, so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks, and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands, until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The Golden Rule has merely brought it into focus. If we are to survive, I say we must each keep the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing." Regrettably, I think you are correct, my friend. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act. Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not? This is troubling, is it not? I'm afraid I have no idea. It is ridiculous, though. Virgil is a fine man. But my young friend Fabia confided in me that she saw someone leaving graffiti on his shop front last night. Perhaps you should ask her about it. I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Oh, I can't get in the house to hurry up. I did not just say that, what's this all about? Where? Oh no, 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 no. Did that golden statue just whisper to me, why can't I not move? Nah. Did you all hear that? Nah, bro. What's going on, pal? Some of that bullshit. Somebody else going, like, just going over the internet. That's using the secret access, I don't know what it is, mate. That even screwed me up. I'm leaving that on the screen. Right. Everybody wants the screen grab that, go for it. Amazing. They're watching. There we go. If you pick up the sponge stick, this way right here, you get appropriate unhygienic. I'll put that back down. There's two. I'll see if we get another trophy. There's 3, 4 sponge sticks. Oh, translated, is that translated? I don't know, I don't see any more graffiti. If you see any more graffiti, please leave it in the comments. As I can't see anything else. There's golden statue, I do something. I'm not really sure if I'm not reading. Maybe something outside. It must be you. Where are you? Is it? Right, so Lanka got 3 or 4 trophies so far. You know what's bugging me? Why are some of these out? And some are left. It is genuinely... The big guys who's... Right, yeah.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
Oh, shut up, man.
Salve, Dooley. How are you doing today?
I'm sad. Hello? My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up. I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Nah, we've got to save Dooley. Gorgios, he's our lad. He's one of the boys. Dooley, we need to save him. He's a good lad. He's no harm. He's no harm.
Yes, but I wasn't. I was just looking. They said I did it more than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names.
Should we trust them?
They called me a liar, Billy.
Who's Billy?
Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
She's it. Magistrate. Yeah. Sorry. Magistrate Sentius to Julius, I am writing to you in retaliation to your incorrigible antisocial behaviour arising from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure, in quotations, you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community, and you have your freedom limited, lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that with this letter will assist you to remember why you are incarcerated, should you experience further lapses in memory. That's it.
What does it say?
Wow. That is a harsh letter from a harsh
treasure.
Legislation figure, a harsh judge.
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one,
like the toilet,
they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
I'm not leaving Julie out in the cold.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust.
Oh, come on, buddy.
But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
No problem.
Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what.
I need a crowbar. I need a log. I need some big heavy boots on this door.
What about the rules?
What about the rules?
I don't want everyone to get in trouble because I was bad.
Okay, what's got you magistrate?
Like Galerius. He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Way up high. This golden dust is quite important. It's always next to the important things you want to look, because that's where you find other people walking about. Great, here. Galerius, here we go. Hoot, 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 hoot,
I saw you use the device I made, and it worked.
Yes, Galerius!
Anyway,
oh, remember
ask,
Galerius, he's the beginning boy.
Is there any chance you'd be willing to do me a favour?
I don't really trust you though, mate.
Well, I've been trying to get this rare flower from the rock spire in the middle of the lake. It's too steep to climb, so I hung a rope over the lake and made this pulley device, only I couldn't quite summon the nerve to use it. Do you think you could use the device again? And try to get that flower for me.
Why do you need it?
I don't really feel comfortable talking about it. Look, I'll tell you everything if you get it for me, all right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. It would help me a lot. There's no rush, just whenever you get a chance. I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the elections stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, why did he get out? Why did he get
Because Sentius put him there. Poor Dooley was just wandering around looking for some imaginary treasure. Now a magistrate accused him of being a thief. That's nonsense, of course. Dooley's the most harmless man you'll ever meet. But Sentius really has it in for him, for some reason. Gladly. All right. See you around.
I'm not sure about him being like the big cheese of this place, you know? I'm not too confident about that. Also, it's pretty crazy that you'd be like, so this is the paradise you built. Never need, never want, never need to worry. Everyone's lawful. And then you have huge endless cliffs right outside the wall. Like, did you ever give a thought to the guys how to build that wall? And you're like, nah.
Fresh meat, huh?
Oh, then you want to start.
What were you two talking about? Don't play dumb.
Oh,
I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him? A spit of a fornicareer. We've lined up all the votes we need already. Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it? Oh, you just made a big mistake. Malleolus is going to hear all about this, and he'll make you suffer the tortures of Tartarus while you're still alive. Sturcamadite.
Sturcamadite. Did he just edit and delete and reset my Wendy's page? It's in your booth. I don't think you can actually steal stuff. I think that sounds you, so you have to go on a riot and then going back to the portal. I think that's why there's not much stuff you can search and like steal. I don't know, you've been on at the same amount of time as me, what do you think? Right, this is obviously a dead end. I will probably first story later. Yeah, check the size of this house. Yeah, this is definitely a story house. 3 stories to be exact, if you include the cliff. The cliff. Oh, I'm using it in any event. Right. Yeah, that's an awkward situation. An awkward point. Right, so where's this lake? I think if we go to the lake, we can get the flowers. There's something like that viaduct he was saying. I also thought it said honk. I thought this goose was just like, or like humans, honk. I thought, what? I'm not saying that. You're shaking me, bro. I just need to go in this lake and I get there.
Salve!
Oh, salve, bro. No, don't be careful, bro. I don't get it. Why is it not working? This DLC. Like, come on, man. What's going on here? Right, so that's not ready yet. Oh wow.
I speak with their tongues.
Let's go in which the author makes the case against the existence of the Golden Rule. The Myth of the Golden Rule by Dorotas the Younger. As per custom, I shall begin by paying my respects to the god responsible for the city. For our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion, he deserves our admiration. But here I must depart from custom, for his attempt at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching, and deserving of our contempt. Who among us has not awoken at night in a cold sweat, fearing some sort of accidental transgression of the Golden Rule? All of us must accept that we are all capable of error, whether from a momentary lapse in judgment or a conscious decision based on faulty reason. Yes, the great threat, the sword of Damocles, that we live under is, I believe, merely a deception, and I shall prove it to you. It's a really long letter. I'm not going to read it out, sorry. I'll take that on. It's a really long letter. Oh, hello, pal. What are you doing?
Don't you just love springtime? Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind? I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life.
How do you think? I don't like them.
Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know? Alright, see you around.
See you later, pal. Right, I think I've came a bit... Oh, yeah, I think I've came a bit too far. If we go back to the village, I hope I've got some collectibles, maybe some stuff we can trade, or some quests required items. So I'm not following. I'm not following the guide. I'm just literally just having a bit of fun.
You stay away from my money.
I'm not touching your money, but I might drink your beer, like. Alright, let's go through these cards like they're intended. Right. No insignias. Okay. If I forgot to run up a seal it.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Warpies!
Oh, damn. You're still going for the heavy crook? Cha. Keep your arrows to yourself. I'm just wanting the freaking see, bro. Wow. I should have probably negotiated first run through. I'm being stupid. I'm roasting. Oh, the key. Right.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
Oh, so every time you die, you
I don't think
get more and more damage.
I've never seen you before in my life.
Yeah, I think I'm getting repercussions now. That's really good. That's a really good. I like that. That's a really class move by this game. If I'm getting repercussions every time, so I have to negotiate, and if I break the rules, then there's serious consequences. Your boy's getting messed up, like golden statues are coming to life, and you're getting caught in it. But maybe these golden statues don't want to kill you, because I heard that whisper saying, "Please help me." Oh, the plot thickens. I'm game. Pardon me, your name is Galerius, and you're about to offer to take me to see Santior. So he can tell me about the golden rule, which is broke again.
Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you. Of course. What did you want to know? Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Scintilla, Sentius' daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out.
Right.
If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia. But she'd never tell the likes of me. Well, it's a long one, and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it. I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and two little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. Sprinted so fast I almost threw up. But by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young. It was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash, My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it. Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome, to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there, too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. Never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place and started my life over again.
Bullshit. Bullshit. You're talking shit, mate. No, you didn't. No, you never. No, you weren't. And no, you aren't.
That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule.
Yeah.
Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? All right. See you around.
So this one should take me right across to there. Am I going to take me there? Or is that one takes time to go? Don't tell me I'm not for nothing. Oh no! Yeah, can somebody help me? I won't run myself. Right, so we started off here. Used that zipline, ended up in the village. This is a very mystical and yeah. I was going to wait for, what was it? Off-plan? Oh no, it's there. Wow. Okay. Wow. So I've got a key to a chest. I guess this house can't be too important. Maybe it's too strong. Oh, that looks alright though. What's going on over here? You can do it. Come on, bro. That's got something to do with something. I'm not up there, I don't know. Maybe we got a country.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
Oh, you can start. Right. No.
That's my room. Leave.
Cynthia's journal. Cynthia believes everyone is entitled to their secrets. Dear Diary. Today my father suggested I write a diary. As a way of keeping myself occupied while we all deal with the sudden and devastating disappearance of my sister. As a dutiful daughter, of course I shall oblige. The following pages contain my innermost secrets. I know you're reading this, Father. I may be young, but do not think me stupid. We are all entitled to our secrets. Cynthia. Yeah, I shouldn't jump right now. A small vial containing a rudimentary perfume from flowers and oil. Can I smell it? Using a torch. A ceramic inside that appears to be made from soot and water. Makes sense. Another vial. You single vial. I'm not going to steal any more stuff. I know if you steal stuff, you're getting in trouble. I've been here.
Whatever are you wearing?
Oh, you.
Oh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
Your story.
I'm Cynthia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
Apparently I've read your shitty diary.
I'm Cynthia, eldest daughter. What are you...
The challenge doesn't work. I'm not from around here.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation? You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing God, who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an... awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
Maybe it's just best she don't lose on the god. No, we'll listen to what she's got to say. She may have a story with.
Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought. I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving.
I suppose we'll find it sooner or later.
I suppose we will.
Yeah, I'll let you find it on there.
Oh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumour that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumour. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth-breathers would just leave me alone.
Can I help?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
No exits, no crime. How could she have disappeared? Love it, the dad. The dad seems to be...
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her, so he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done. It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone.
Away for a bit of rumpy
That's
bump. It. She's seen somebody. I bet she was, boy.
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Or hers. Or hers. Why is that?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumour about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
Yeah, come on, our lover was involved.
I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
No, he's not. He's not. He's bolted. He's run away. Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy? I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
I think you know something. Shenya's already told me it's about the lover.
Ugh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
Talk.
Do I need to ask Horatius to escort you out of here? Get out, you horrid barbarian.
Don't worry, I'll make you go and like find it with your sister then. Right, so we've got like all these quests. So we don't really want the main god, we want the leads. Oh, there we go. Sorry, the most fun. I should figure out it. I might have to heal stuff again, man. this whole silent takes.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know you? We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the Golden Rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here? I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed. And you had to start over. Is that about right? If so, what happened? I see. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered and do better next time. Now, I assume you sought me out again for a reason.
Oh, the fact that the buttons can move on their own isn't the best thing about it. I'd like you to lose Dewey. Yeah, hey, come on, get me.
You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply cannot afford. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times sneaking around in places he should not have been.
What did he do?
Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 Tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his deformities. Here we see to it that he has food, water, and shelter, and, most importantly, he is able to continue living. A privilege that would be taken away from all of us were he to be released and commit the crime of trespass. The man has no self-discipline, poor comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule-breaker. I will not jeopardize the lives of my people so that one man can go free. Now, was there something else?
He makes a good case. He makes a good case.
Thank you. I'll be waiting.
It does. It makes a cracking case.
If you're snooping around in my possessions, you're wasting your time.
I'd like to view me, sure. I also want to see if I can... Oh no! I was trying to see if I can parkour down. That didn't work.
Are they?
Are they as well? So fire burns fall damages. Okay. Certain areas are just off limits. Right. I'm not seeing one collectible, so I'm just going to guess there is no collectible. Okay.
Citizen?
Best behavior, I trust.
Majestic. Keeping an eye on things, Horatius?
As always, priestess.
Any news about
maybe your plans. Yep, here's back to Theolos. Secundus and Caesara were together until the end.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
Hello? Hello. Have we met before?
We have indeed, do we? That's probably what you're saying.
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
Priestess lady. Fair enough.
Bye-bye.
Help! You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's going to break the golden rule.
I can't actually get in the gunner. I don't have a weapon. Let's see if we can get tooled up to take on this big golden toon.
None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only one in the city. You'll just have to improvise. Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over. Hear what? What? We don't have time for this. I have to go. Ugh. The shrine is collapsing.
What the? Get it up, dude. I just broke the game.
She's dead. Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her. Oh, Fabian, why did you have to go in there? Poor sweet girl.
Remember, guys, start the eternal fall. There we go. I'd never go in the photo up into it. I don't feel like that should have happened. Oh yeah, this guy.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Japanese guy in the game. He's got a bow and arrow. He's got an assassin, he's a ninja. The ninja has entered the Roman bathhouse. I don't know a Quintius.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
No,
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
we're just a small community of strangers who end up here by accident. I reckon if we be nice to them, and then we go like, how about you lower that arrow after that, and then we can maybe be nasty after that, you know, work it in our, we'll turn it.
A small community. Ha! I was told Quintius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult. Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me. Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quintius did, those days are numbered.
It looks like I chose a fishy path. I'm sorry. I chose let's be a wimp.
You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
Seriously, that brought you off for another question? Jeez, just put that arrow in between my eyes, man. I didn't kind of just an answer. I'm still for layout. We're not keeping it a secret. We're all trapped in here. Okay, I'm still looking for a layout.
So you admit you're not allowed to leave?
It's not that. We're not allowed to leave. We can't physically leave. There's no layout. As we go... Yeah. If you stuck here, you may get me his bow and arrow.
Threatening me is not going to help you. But in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, the many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
I saw the inscription saying, the many shall suffer. The many shall suffer. I saw the inscription saying, the many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I take it this is some sort of mantra you all believe. It's a warning, bro. I know I just said it wouldn't help me. Could it be double bluffing?
A distinction without a difference. You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense. Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
They were once people who were turned to gold as punishment.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me.
You're the story one. No, I think the longer answer is what they're after. I'm not sure it's my first playthrough. You're the starting what I said. I'm going to go for the shorter answer, but I think it's going to end the dialogue quicker. I'm just warning you. And as I know, as you know, as the video says, spoiler alerts.
Yes, because I'm the real villain here. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists. There's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quintius is. Do not waste it.
Up your ass. What can you tell me?
Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
How do you mean how did he set fire?
All I know, all I care about, is that the Emperor believes he is guilty and wants him dead. The details are not my concern. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or not?
I don't actually know. Do we know who he is? Is this somebody we spoke to? I'm really not certain this is someone I spoke to, so I'm just going to say I wouldn't help you even if I did know who he is.
Then you're of no use to me. Do you have any last words? You'd squander your last words on an empty threat. Now it's my turn to tell you something. Once I'm done with you and Quintius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates. And I can think of nothing I'd enjoy more.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
In your temple. And by the way, you can stand it for well. Don't put your heart back every time. Not pleasant for you. You take a breath of your head. But yeah, your health is. Okay, now we know what to say to the lady in the garden. The lady having a lounge with sitting, asking, "What are you wearing, you peasant? You absolute brute! What are you wearing? You absolute foul trout!" Oh, come on.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
You
I
know
don't
the conversation
think
we've had this
so.
before. Everyone
Never
is
seen you
viewing
before
it
in my
as
life.
Yeah. It's the same story every time.
I guess how much did I drink last night?
I'm
sorry
really
to
not good at
bother you.
bargaining with people though. I think this game's really about like the art of the deal, the art of the bargain. No problem, see you later. Right. So let's get the inventory. We've got denarius 8, we've got 8 denaries. We've got a flashlight, we've got a stone tablet, we've got the zipline handlebar which is going to help us get across that lake. Which I think is right. How am I going to survive that fall? Or is that a thing you just keep on dying and going back to knock it? If you die, you probably turn to gold. I don't know. Right. We've got a letter from Sentius to Dewey. We've got the old scroll and the key to Auriella's chest. Okay. Sorry, I'm focusing on multiple things, folks. I'm just trying to look through the inventory. Well, I was productive with real life. Right. So what quest should we go for? We're charting. We are charting. Dying gas. We want to get this plant. No, we don't want to do it first. Oh. No. No. Oh, that was not cool, bro. Nah, so every other time it goes like tish, buttons you. I might have to talk to Peter make like goose eggs, and I never asked. Making a goose egg sandwich with the bread and the goose eggs that I've got. You never know. We just go looking by the goose eggs and the eggs and the bread that I want. Yeah, but can you get these goose eggs? And this bread. Okay. Right, the center. The center. Right, okay, we're going for it. We figured it was letting Virgil. Oh no, that's it. We're up here. I reckon I'm going to end up with the same, that boy. I'm going to end up in the prison cell for begging for treasures.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
I think we're going to do.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come. The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. They never do.
Golden Rule, what's going on with that?
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
I'm not going to ask if she needs help. You know, they're here. She also doesn't. I'll be going.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
I don't know, I just don't want to harass you. Galerius for magistrate, countered by I would rather drink Oriello's special brew. I reckon Oriello's fine. A poem by Galerius, a love poem to an unspecified woman. My life has been tortuous as the 7 labours of Hercules. Orphaned, defeated and enslaved, yet I would suffer it all again gladly. Because each wound and tragedy brought me to you. Radiant as Rome's sacred flame, your bright warmth nourishes my soul. I know I can never touch you, any more than hold Vesta's flame, but to watch you and love you from afar, bathing in your glow, is enough. Soy sauce, un poco de soy sauce.
Vote for Malleolus for a free drink at my tavern. Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's something dangerous about you. Like a prowling manticore. Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think? I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So what brings you to my tavern? Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us. You know, normally I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here. Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
What's up with this 1,000 denarii? I guess that every time you play through the story, you can only get 1,000 denarii.
Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
No, it's not a scam.
If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't I? And I have no interest in doing that.
I'm guessing it's a big storyline again. Every time you want to get anywhere in a story, use the big storyline. Isn't it kind of unethical to keep all these people trapped in here, knowing there's a way out?
I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not?
Yeah, I've not got that kind of cash, yeah.
Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others, on occasion. Certainly, for 10 denarii. How embarrassing for you. All right,
See ya.
Alright. You have a good one, darling. You seen that? You seen that? Come on. I speak. Well, you were watching it at the time. Oh, here. The only shiver. This is perhaps a tragedy. See, if you keep on watching it, I'm gonna.
You stay away from my money.
From your money. Okay, so let's see how long this diary is. Okay, I'll give it a go. Oriella's diary. Dear diary, today I am celebrating. I made the easiest decision to narrate I ever made by selling a way out, quotation marks, to a desperate fool. Of course, it may not have been the way out she was hoping for, but hemlock still counts. That'll teach her for insulting my hair. And since it didn't break the golden rule, I may have to try this one again sometime. Dear diary, it worked, and I'm now another 1,000 denarii richer, thanks to Ulpius and his desperation to escape. Of course, there's very little to spend money on here, but just having it gives me a little thrill, for a brief moment at least. Dear diary, finally I have something to spend my money on. Malleus is running for magistrate in the election tomorrow, and he's promised that for a sufficient tribute, I'll be able to move into old Sentior's villa once it's vacated. Sorry, my reading's all. How he plans to achieve that, he wouldn't say, but still, I'd better make sure he wins. I don't want to steal the item, but I'll just... I don't know if I should even try and remember it. I don't know. It's still the first playthrough, folks.
Handsome. Unless you want me to slip some hemlock into your next drink. Get out!
Should I use this hemlock this one? Behind the table.
Oh, do us all a favour and drink hemlock, Caput Murder.
If you just follow me about or something now. Just a novel face. Ha 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 ha! A dream diary from Kabash, in which he describes his recurring dreams about a stranger named Kerti. Kabash to Kabash. I told Lucretia about the dreams I've been having, and she said it might help her divine their meaning if I wrote them down. It happened again last night. The man by the river was there, as always. He lay shrouded in shadow, with that peculiar ram headdress. Once again, he introduced himself as Kerti and told me he'd dragged me from the river. He seemed to smirk as he said his name, as if it meant something I could not understand. Indeed, the name rings a bell, but I cannot for the life of me remember where I heard it. I do not think I will sleep soundly again until I know who is Kerti. Down by the river. Oogie, you're gonna attack me. I'll follow this. Oh, we got Dick! We got Dick! A phallic charm. Sought by the Romans to have divine protective properties. Are you ready? Are you ready? Dun 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 Dick! Legend. Right, I shouldn't have even looked underneath that there. A circular stone disc with a symbol for fish carved into it. It looks like it may have a religious nature. They're Pisces. That's a two fish in it, it's Pisces. Whoa, such a jet. Wow. 11 denarii. There you go. Yeah, that guy's confused by the statue keeps on following me. And guess what, you jerk. Get away. You big creepy statues, man, what you all do. Oh, bro, holla. Nice, this is where we started, wasn't it? Did I just use the rope? Whoa, easy. Okay. Borderline. That's it. Oh, let's go, Lucy. Maybe. Sorry, I've got a laggy. It's not laggy, it's just a bad controller. May the gods be kinder than you, but that may work to us. I don't care if we get gone tonight. I'm being honest, let's go back to the main temple. Oh, secret passageway. We've got to take the secret passageway. Wait till a locked door. I can't break the rule, bro. It's that Pisces one. Right, so all these people with that fish. Yeah, the people with the fish are doing this bad shenanigans. In case. Shot in the head. There we go. Okay. Oh, good. Dying guy. I'm going to keep that. I'll find that. She'll try to say something to his wife. She's the only one here to try to actually be a nice person. think there's a way to get things without stealing them. But yeah.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cumulatus Decius won't give it to me.
I need to get...
It's too late.
She just died.
No, now it's fine. I can't afford to wallow here. And I need the distraction. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I think this game stream's about to be over. Jeez. Yeah, but that's it, the game stream. I feel really bad that I thought it was the plant she was after, not the bottle. This was, right, sort of into the game. So far... So, right, we're still here. We've got 4 trophies that take us to 5%. 4 out of 41 trophies. So, I think it's actually a really good game. It really is. It's kind of bummed that there's no action to it. I would have liked to have swung a sword once or twice. I've been quite boss. I'm not going to play it again. Yeah. Yeah, when I'm sitting... I don't know if I'll stream it again. If you like it streamed and like to do different answers, let me know. But will I stream it if no one asks? I don't think so. I think this is my one time playing it and it's been fun. Not my one time streaming it. Yeah, it's been quite fun. Right. Have a good time, folks. Catch you later.